Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our first unit, relativistic mechanics. So far we have discussed about the course content and their evaluation scheme and discussed the syllabus. Now in today we will start the first unit. The first unit is relativistic mechanics. So in this unit we have to cover many topics regarding relativity. So these topics are as follows: frame of reference, inertial and non-inertial frame of reference, Galilean transformation, Michelson-Morley experiment, postulates of special theory of relativity, Lorentz transformation, length contraction, time dilation, velocity addition rule, variation of mass with energy, E is equal to mc square relation between energy and momentum of a relativistic particle, and also we have to discuss massless particle. First, I will introduce you the concept of relativity. As we know from our daily life experience that all the motion is relative. For example, Earth is at rest with respect to us, but it is in motion related to the sun. Let's take another example of motion of a train. Suppose some of your friend is traveling in a train and you are at ground. When the train is in motion, for you your friend is moving with some velocity. But if in the frame of reference of train, your friend is not moving, he is stationary. Therefore, we can say that motion is relative. Let's take another example. This example is of a wheel. Suppose there is some point on the wheel and this wheel is moving with some velocity v. If some observer is at the center of the wheel, what he will observe that this point is moving in a circular path. But for the observer who is outside the wheel and at rest with respect to ground, what he will observe that this point is following a cyclide path. Therefore, from these examples we can conclude that all the motion is relative. Again, I want to clarify what is motion. When we say that something is moving, what we mean is its position relative to something else is changing. A passenger moves relative to airplane inside plane. The aeroplane itself moves relative to the earth and the earth moves relative to the sun and sun moves related to the galaxy of stars of which it is a member. In each case, a frame of reference is a part of description of the motion. Therefore, we can say that something is moving means something is moving implies a specific frame of reference. Now, it is the time to discuss the frame of reference. A frame of reference is a coordinate system. A frame of reference is basically a coordinate system required to describe the motion of a body. The location of the body can be described by the position vectors and position vectors like x, y, z, and at what time it is happening. Again, I want to repeat here. A frame of reference is a coordinate system required to describe the motion of a body. The location of the body can be described by the position vector drawn from the origin of the coordinate system to the point chosen in the. So this is the point chosen in the space, and this is the origin of the coordinate system. So to describe the location of the body, what we can do to draw the position vector from the origin. So we can say the simplest frame of reference is the Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system is the simplest example of a frame of reference. In this system, the position of a point is described by its coordinates. Suppose this is the Cartesian coordinate axis. Let's draw the three-dimensional axis x, y, and z, and suppose this is a point P. So in this system the position of the particle is described by the coordinates. What is these coordinates? X, y, z at any time. So suppose there is some point, some interaction is taking place at this point, so we can get information about its position, and also we require at what time it is happening. In relativity, we often use the term event. I would like to introduce the term event. Event is the interaction of objects. For example, suppose there is when you turn on the torch, then there is interaction between our hand and torch body. So it is also one type of interaction. For the complete information of any event, we require position and the time of occurrence in a frame of reference. In this way, we require four coordinates. Four coordinates. What are the four coordinates? X, Y, Z, and T. Three for the position, and fourth for the at what time this event is taking place. So for the complete description of any event, we need four coordinates. And the reference frame which are implied for this purpose is known as space-time frame of reference. There are two types of frame of reference. First one is inertial, and the second one is again. I want to repeat, in order to describe any event we need four coordinates. The three are space coordinate and the fourth are the time. So there are two types of frame of reference. One is inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference are unaccelerated frame of reference. Unaccelerated frame of reference. And non-inertial frame of reference are the example of accelerated frame of reference. Let's discuss one by one. Inertial frame of reference are those unaccelerated frame of reference in which Newton's law holds good. What I mean is, in the inertial frame of reference, Newton's laws are valid. All the frame of reference which are moving with constant velocity with respect to each other are called as inertial frame of reference. I want to clear it again. Suppose this is the one frame of reference, yes, and there is another frame of reference, S dash. If S dash is moving with constant velocity v with respect to S, then we can say this is an example of inertial frame of reference. So in this inertial frame of reference, Newton's laws holds good. Now we will discuss about non-inertial frame of reference. So those accelerated frame of reference in which Newton's law does not hold good are called non-inertial frame of reference. In non-inertial frame of reference, the body experiences an additional acceleration due to the accelerated motion of frame of reference. So what I want to conclude here is that in the inertial frame of reference, Newton's law holds good, but in the non-inertial frame of reference, Newton's law does not hold good. What I mean is, if two frame of reference S and S dash are there, and S dash is moving with constant velocity, then this set of frame of reference are called inertial frame of reference. But if S dash is not moving with a constant velocity, instead of constant velocity it is accelerating with some it is if it is accelerating, then we can say that these set of frame of reference are non-inertial frame of reference. The simplest example of non-inertial frame of reference is uh, uh, rotating frame of reference. So I think that these topics are very clear to you: inertial frame of reference and non-inertial frame of reference. In the inertial frame of reference, the motion of two frame of reference, one frame of reference moves with a constant velocity, but in non-inertial frame of reference, the other frame of reference does not move with constant velocity, rather than it accelerates. And Newton's law holds good in inertial frame of reference, but it does not hold good in non-inertial frame of reference. Now we'll discuss about Galilean transformation equation. What is Galilean transform equation? I will clear. When a point or an event is observed from two different frames, then it has different coordinates. There are certain coordinates which are related to these coordinates. The coordinates, we can better understand the Galilean transformation equation with this example. Suppose there are two frame of reference, one is S and other is S dash. Okay, S dash is moving with velocity v. So this frame of reference is moving with velocity v with respect to S. So you can see here there are two frame of reference, one is S and the other is S dash. Observer of S is sitting at the origin O, let's assume, and observer O dash is sitting in this coordinate system at the origin. So suppose some event takes place in the space. So what observer S will observe x, y, z and t. So the x, y, z are the position coordinates, and t is the time of occurrence with respect to the observer of frame of reference of S. Let's this event is happening at point P. So for the S dash observer, what he will observe x dash, y dash, z dash and t dash. So there are two different observation by two frame of reference, observers of two frame of reference, but we can establish some equation by which we can relate the observation of these two observers. Let's assume that S dash is moving in x direction with velocity v. So you can write like this. Okay. So how these coordinates are related? So x dash can be written as x minus vt, and y dash, since there is no motion in y direction, so y dash and y observation will be same. Similarly, z dash is equal to z. In the Newtonian mechanics or in classical theory of relativity, we assume that the time is an absolute quantity. It does not depend upon the frame of reference. So t dash will be t. So this set of equation which relate one coordinate system to another coordinate system, one frame of observations of one frame of reference with observations of other frame of reference is called Galilean transformation equation. So these are the transformation equations, and these are called Galilean transformation equation. So what are the Galilean transformation equation? Galilean transformation equations basically relate the observations of two observers which are moving with some constant velocity.